friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Wendy and this is my mobile home sweet home. I'm so happy to have you here tonight. It's been a little bit since I posted a video, a couple weeks I guess. I did a community post a few days ago and just to kind of touch base with y'all, but I do apologize for my absence, however short it was. But, life can just get so dang busy sometimes. And I think I've mentioned before that my mom, who is almost 93 years old, lives in an assisted living facility, and she's about 17 miles away from me. So, I try to get up there at least once a week to, do whatever. I've been picking up her laundry and doing her laundry for her and then taking it back in a few days, that kind of thing. Life just gets so busy. And I think, I've got to get a video going. And I started on my, the extra bedroom, and that's going to be my big project, which it is. And it still will be. In fact, I need to get going on that because my daughter's going to be here in June, I think, from Texas to visit. So my goal is to have that room ready for her as a guest room. So I need to get off my duff and get things going in there. I actually have started painting. I did buy some paint and I did start, but then, anyway, nobody wants to hear my excuses. But I just wanted to, instead, I was going to do the bed, be painting on the bedroom and doing this video tonight, but we kind of had a thing happen out here in the mobile home park, and so it changed my direction a little bit today. I want to talk a little bit about personal safety. What happened out here it wasn't anything huge, but, you never know. But I was outside with Jax in my little front yard a couple weeks ago, and this guy went riding by on his bike, and he was riding really fast. I think he had a motorized bicycle, but I really didn't pay that much attention because when he rode by, Jack started barking at him because he's found his voice. And so he, barked at that guy, and he made some kind of comment like, "Oh, real tough dog," or something when he went by. And I just kind of laughed and said, "Oh, yeah, and whatever." And he went down and turned around, and he came back, and he swerved over towards my lawn, and as odd as this sounds, he barked at us. He goes, "Ruh, ruh, ruh, ruh," like that. It was just so stupid. And I just thought, the heck was that? And so I kind of watched him, and he rode clear up to the way other end of my street, and I saw him turn around, and he swerved over to somebody else's lawn and did the barking thing at them. And I just thought, who is that weirdo? But I thought, whatever. And then he did it again a few days later. So I said some things that weren't very Christian-like. And I apologize to the Lord for that. But he's when someone is just intent on causing a problem, and I just not so nicely told him to get out of here. Get out of here and don't come back. And I spoke with the gal that's kind of the manager out here, and she was aware of him because she'd seen him in the park too. And so about 20 minutes after he did that to me, she saw him, and she told him, "Don't come back in here. You don't live here. You need to leave." And he made some snotty comment to her. And so she did report it to the police, and they came out and spoke with her and that. And of course, all they say is, if he does it again, let us know. So that led me to, oh, hi, Jack. Are you whining? That led me to, I kind of got to thinking, in hindsight, saying what I said to him probably wasn't the best idea. And I know that. But, when you live by yourself, as I know that a few of you do, that you've commented to me in previous videos that you live alone too. And it just made me kind of curious if you have anything in particular that you do to ensure your personal safety. You know, do you have a gun? Do you have a can of mace? What what do you do other than lock your doors like you should? You know, I've lived alone for a long time and I have some very set habits that I do. And the least of which is my doors are locked always, even during the day. I keep my door locked. I live in a very low crime rate area. I live in a really small town. We're a bit rural, and the crime rate here is quite low. I do live in this mobile home park, and you know it's all 55 and over, so it's all seniors, and everybody watches out for each other, and that's really comforting and nice. But one thing I have done now, that's something I just recently started doing, probably since Christmas, I think it was. Yeah, somebody, I got an Echo Dot at Christmas, and so I can't say her name or she will light up and start reacting to what I'm saying. And I saw that there is a security thing you can get that comes along with that, where if I needed help, all I would have to do is say, call, you know, those three numbers that you call in an emergency, and it does that. So that's really nice to know. But I'm just kind of curious if you guys have any things that you do, and maybe we can get some ideas from each other for those of us, even if you don't live alone. Everybody needs to be concerned with personal safety. We live in a scary world anymore, and while I don't spend my days in fear, I refuse to live like that. But there's such a thing as not being living in fear, but also being smart about your safety. And one thing I read, I was reading an article, and one thing they said, and it really stuck in my mind because I thought it was such a good idea, that if your car has a key fob that has an alarm button on it, you know, for your car, to keep one of your key fobs by your bedside, and if something happens in the night or whatever, just hit that button and your car alarm will start going off, which will obviously draw attention and hopefully scare away any would-be intruders, you know. But yeah, I just, that's actually quite a good idea, and I think I'm going to start doing that. But it just kind of made me think about it because this guy, now that I was just telling you about, he was spotted in the park again just a couple days ago. So the manager called the police to let them know. And yeah, obviously, unless they, you know, we don't know his name, but somebody knows where he lives. And I think the police do know where he lives. And it's just up the road here for me. Great. But, you know, I don't know that he's bent on causing any problems as far as being dangerous, but he is a nuisance. And sometimes that can lead to a dangerous situation. You never know what people are thinking and what they're doing. You know, it's you've really got to watch out for yourself. But like I said, I don't advocate living in fear, and I refuse to do that. But I do take several steps to ensure my safety here in my home, because my home is my safe place, and I can't imagine living in a home that you don't feel safe in. That would be terrible. And I'm way too big of a chicken to do something like that. So, but it just kind of made me think, you know, because there are a lot of senior citizens out here, clearly, since it's a 55 and over park. And, you know, there's a lot of people that do live alone. And while we do all watch out for each other, you know, you still got to take care of certain things for yourself. So, anyway, that was just kind of something I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight. Speaking of it being night, I do have my bathrobe on. Sorry. I know you guys wouldn't care. I mean, who cares, right? My sister would have a fit. I go outside like this all the time in the either very early morning or in the evenings, and she just has a fit. She's like, I can't believe you go outside in your pajamas. And like, okay, I'm well covered, and it's not like my pajamas are anything that would be remotely attractive to anybody. Yeah, anyway, it's just kind of a joke, but I'm not the only one out here that does that. There's several people that do the same thing. But it's just kind of gotten to be a little joke between us. But yeah, so I do appreciate you stopping by, and I apologize that I don't have any kind of home project video going on today, but I am still needing to get to work on that bedroom and get that finished. And I need to get going on that because, as we all know, time seems to fly, especially when there's a deadline involved and you're not anywhere near meeting it, which I'm not. I've got to get the painting done. And probably the most important part of the project is getting that bed set up. Like I showed you before, I've got the headboard, but I don't have a frame and I don't have a mattress for it. So I need to start looking into what kind of deals I can find. But yeah, so anyway, and I also wanted to tell you, in case you missed my community post about Jax. Where'd he go? Oh, come here, honey. Come here, Jaxie. Come here. He's playing with his ball and he doesn't want to be. Oh, here you go. Come here. Everybody wants to see you. Look how big Jax is getting. Say hi, Jax. Look how big guy I am compared to what he looked like when I first got him. I could hold him in one hand. Why are you chewing on my finger? Stop it. Say hi. Don't be so antsy. Say hi. Okay, go play. Go play. I think he needs to go outside. But yeah, anyway, sorry, squirrel. I got the his DNA results back from his results back from his DNA panel I had run on him. And if you didn't see it, he is 45% Chihuahua, 10% Chow Chow. I know. 8% Dachshund, 10%, oh wait, excuse me, 10% Dachshund, 8% Poodle, and 5% Mini Pin, something like that. Anyway, it was just this really odd combination, and then the rest of it was several other possible breeds. They give you all this stuff, but those were the main ones. But he, as we all suspected, he is not full-blooded Chihuahua, contrary to what the person who sold him to me said that he was. Her word was pure, but yeah, 45% is nowhere near pure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I love him dearly. I don't care what he is, and he is well loved and spoiled, and it doesn't matter at all to me. It was more just kind of a curiosity thing because it became such a big topic, and most everybody that sees him says, oh, he's got to be a Jack Russell, and I kind of thought so too. But that was one breed that was not mentioned in any bit of it. He has not a drop of it. Thank you, Jesus. Jack Russells are darling. They're super cute, but I know they're very high energy, and I'm way too lazy to have a high energy dog. Although he's kind of giving me a run for my money, but it's good for me to have to take him outside and to go on walks. And I'm looking forward to warm weather when it decides to show up. Winter is hanging on by its fingernails and refuses to let go. So, but things are blooming, so spring is really trying hard, and I'm so happy because that's my favorite season of the year. But yeah, and that's one thing, talking about walking Jax around the park, and I like to ride my bike when the weather gets better. I've got the perfect place out here. I just ride around the park, and I enjoy that so much. And now my 10-year-old granddaughter, you know, she's got her bike here, or a bike here that she has for her to use while she's here with me. And we love to ride around the park together. She's always, in last summer, it was like, Grandma, let's go for a bike ride. You know, and of course I say yes, because one of my favorite things in the world is spending time with her. All my grandkids, I dearly, dearly love all my grandkids. But I've got two grandsons and a granddaughter. So, you know, that little granddaughter, she kind of is my right hand man, or as she would say, she's my left hand man because she's left handed. So that's kind of our little joke. But the boys are too old to want to ride bikes with grandmas. So actually, my one grandson doesn't live close enough to me to do that, which saddens me greatly. But anyway, totally off topic there. But I was thinking about that, you know, with that creep riding around here, that you know, I'm a little hesitant to take my granddaughter out bike riding if he's going to be riding around in here and causing trouble. You know, I don't know. It just makes me a little hesitant. But hopefully, you know, the police are keeping a watch on things, and they will run into him eventually and he'll get told. So, and after that, if he keeps it up, then we'll take it to the next step. But, yeah, so I'm just kind of a little concerned about riding my bike around, but you know, it's something I love to do, and I'll be darned if I'm going to let somebody like that doesn't even live here. I'm not going to let him ruin that for me, and I refuse to let him ruin it for my granddaughter. So hopefully we can get that taken care of. But anyway, I thank you so much for stopping by, and I apologize. This isn't a home improvement video, but we're getting to it. We're getting to it. Like I said, I need to get going on painting that bedroom. I've started, but I am a long ways from being finished, so I need to get rolling on that. No pun intended. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you all so very, very much. And I will have a video for you hopefully next week, and it will contain some kind of work going on that guest room. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'll see you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.